Alright. This is better this time. Beep. How's everyone doing today? Happy Friday. It is 3-day weekend Friday this time because we are off Monday. Memorial Day weekend. I like whenever I switch a crossfade over to the other song, and then you do the little ovo face because it means I'm about to go double live. We're live and then we're really live whenever the other music starts. I have to work on commissions this weekend. We got a 3-day weekend to work on commissions now. So I think, yeah, excited for curry. We got food on the way. We got a delivery, which it's actually going to be here pretty soon, it looks like. Yeah. Like in the next, less than 5 minutes, actually. Food's like about to be here. So it's actually food time very soon. Might even happen, like before I even start the game, I think the food might be here. So I probably won't eat a ton. I'll do like a quick little break before we start the game, basically, to eat the food. But I'm not like starving. I have a pretty low appetite, so I feel like it'll be like a little 5-10 minute break, and then we'll get into the game, basically. But I also have a nice... Should I even open this drink yet? I think I might wait until after the break. I got the vanilla chai beverage right here with this 13 grams of protein. Yeah, I think I'll just drink water for now. I'll wait for the food to get here. Then I'll drink my chai after. I hope your commissions go well. I'm going to do some more model work this weekend too. I'll probably go pretty hard on that. I'm almost done. I've been working on the Paul Steed book, basically. I'm now at... I've read the book already once all the way through. Now I've actually been following along and working on it. I have about 150 pages left to go in terms of like actually doing the model. I'm at like page 400 out of 600 basically, but the model's about done. I just got to do... I'm at the optimizing part of it, and the only thing I got left I think is like the hands, basically. Where you go from, you know, you model actual hands with like fingers to scaling it down to where it's like a block hand, basically. I kind of hold games to do it. That'll get the poly count down really low. So I got to do that, and then I'm going to unwrap the model and texture it. That'll be interesting. That's going to have a whole set of challenges too for it, but I'm kind of excited to do that part because I actually like texturing. I think that's probably one of the things I'm probably strongest at doing is like the texturing part, I want to say. So I'm curious how that's going to go. I haven't done a ton of texturing for organic surfaces like skin, faces, stuff like that. I haven't really done that much. So for some reason, is our frame rate looking a little low? Not sure what's going on over there. I'm looking at OBS and now it's speeding up. That was weird. It's getting a little bit of slowdown over there. No, it's not bitrate, it's like frame rate. It's a frame rate thing. I probably could up the bitrate. What is my bitrate at? Yeah, I need to up your bitrate. So I'm streaming at 1080. Am I doing 60 frames? I am. I actually do probably need to up my bitrate. Actually lets me do that live. Yeah, I'll up it. I'll up it to do 6,000. I'm at 4,500 right now. And you can actually do that live, but yeah, we got plenty of upload speed to up the bitrate, so I just did that real quick. Okay, it looks like the food's about to be here. Yeah, the food. I think the food is here now. Alright. Do you want to go eat now? Could do a mukbang stream. I don't know about eating on stream. So technically could, but I'd rather just eat, get it over with, and then get back to the game. What? I don't want to eat in here. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. That was a quick little snack. I'm not like super hungry. Oops, wrong stream. I was not like super hungry, but I ordered some food to have. It basically made me feel later. So I ate my appetizer. Kind of hold me off for a bit too. And I got some pad thai for later. Pad thai makes really good leftovers. And I also ordered a crab salad, which I've had it before, not from this place, but wow, that was really good. I just ate the crab salad, and I got kind of full just off of that for now. It's like it's stuff they usually like. You think they top it on some forms of sushi. They'll put like crab salad over it, but this is just it by itself. It had like little crab sticks, basically. It tastes like real crab in this one. At least the sticks were. Whatever is like minced. There's like minced crab and like some sort of like kind of like spicy. Almost tastes like almost like a sriracha mayo kind of sauce or something like that. I don't know if that's what it is, but it kind of tastes similar to that. Really good flavor. I feel like the crab is kind of minced up. That might be imitation crab. Maybe it's real crab. Not 100% sure, but the little like crab sticks that they kind of garnish it with were definitely real. It also had like cucumber, avocado, lettuce in there. It's really good. I would definitely order that again. Now I got my chai beverage. Music's a little loud. Yeah, I did think the notch was up a little high. We'll do that. It's not a big deal because I'm about to start mazing it up in the Demon King video game. Later tonight I'll eat the pad thai. Any tips for getting into cooking for someone who doesn't know anything? I would recommend, I don't know, you just have to kind of do it basically, but I would start with eggs. That's the first thing I learned how to cook was eggs. Learn how to cook eggs and learn to cook them in different ways. Easiest is scrambled. Scrambled is so easy to do. All you do is you take some eggs, you whisk them in a bowl, basically. Which basically means you just kind of stir it up. You can use a fork. You're supposed to use an whisker, technically, but a fork will work too, basically. I don't know, that's what I do. And then you add some oil to a pan, wait for the pan to get a little hot, put the egg in, get you a spatula, and then just kind of like jumble up the eggs as it's cooking, basically. Very easy to make scrambled eggs, basically. You can cook an egg, honestly, in any way, and it's going to be good in some sort of form. Add some salt and pepper, and you're done, basically. You just got to do it, because you will mess up. You will cook things, and things will not go the way that you want to, basically. And you just got to keep trying it. And that's the nice thing about eggs, is like you can mess up an egg and not cook it the way you want. You can still eat it. It might not taste as good as you want it to, or it might not have the texture or the flavor that you want, but it'll be fine, basically. Then start learning like how to do it over easy egg, or a sunny side up egg. The hard part about over easy is over easy eggs, when you cook them, you don't want to break the yolk. You want it to stay intact, where the yolk part is, it's a little bit cooked, but it's still like runny, basically. And you have to learn how to flip the egg over without breaking it, basically. That gets a little bit difficult and complicated, because now you have to do things like make sure the egg doesn't stick to the pan. So you have to oil your pan enough to keep it from sticking. Sometimes that could be a pan issue. You can have some pans that, if like the like the Teflon pans or whatever, it's like if they get scratched and beat up and stuff like that, then the non-stick surface doesn't work anymore, basically. So it could be a pan issue, or it could be an issue of you didn't oil it enough, basically. Or it could be that you just flipped it bad, or you flipped it too soon, stuff like that. There's a lot of like little nuanced stuff to cooking, but yeah, I feel like eggs, I would learn how to cook eggs first things first. That's what I did. And then eventually you start learning, like, seasoning things. You start to feel out, because at first you'll be like, let me look up a recipe. Okay, it says like, add like one teaspoon of chili oil or sesame oil to it. Okay, add like a tablespoon of black pepper to it, type of thing. You know, you're portioning it out like exactly as the recipe's called. Eventually, you kind of stop. At least I do. I kind of stop, like, you know, getting really into the detail of like how much to portion it. And you kind of just start knowing, like, you know, just from experience of like, you know, salting it, and you just kind of know how much salt you want to put in it, basically. And then you taste test it, and it might taste, maybe it needs a little bit more salt. You can kind of start figuring that out, basically. Restaurant strategy, just add more butter than usual to everything. Yeah, butter is kind of like a cheat mode to make something taste good, basically. Butter adds like savoriness to kind of everything. I feel like that's like a cheat mode, especially like that's one of the things, like I'll do like Cajun shrimp sometimes where I'm like, all right, I got some shrimp that I need to do something with. I don't know what to do. And so it's like, all right, you know what? To make it taste good, I just put some butter in a pan, fry the shrimp up, and then sprinkle some Cajun seasoning over it. Bam. Tastes good, easy to make, basically. You can kind of substitute butter for oil as well too, or oil for butter. They kind of go hand, like butter is oily, basically. So some recipes you can use butter in place of oil as well. But butter has a very strong savoriness, like, addition to the flavor of things. Yeah, butter and garlic go really well together too. Put butter and garlic in everything. You could do that as well. I don't use butter a ton. Like, there are a lot of recipes that call for butter, but I don't always use butter. But it is kind of like a cheat mode for making things taste good. What was I gonna say? I think, to me, the trio of like seasoning baseline, like to make something taste pretty good, regardless what it is just salt, black pepper, and garlic. Those three things. Add salt, pepper, garlic to whatever you're cooking, and it'll baseline just taste better, basically. But I feel like that's a foundational point, basically. You can do more than just salt, pepper, garlic in a lot of recipes, but I think that's like the absolute bare minimum that you should do, I think. Not everything calls for garlic or black pepper, but a lot of things do. Almost everything calls for salt, and a lot of things call for garlic and black pepper. So I feel like if you're like, you know, I don't know, like, in my household, like, there are people who cook and they add almost no seasoning to things. Like, they might just do a little bit of salt. I need more than just that. Like I'll eat it and it'd be like, yeah, this is like, I call it like water chicken, because it's like you just cook chicken with like a little bit of salt. This is really plain. Like, I have to at least do, like, you know, add some salt, pepper, garlic to something, and usually something else too. Do you like garlic? Yeah, I love garlic. Garlic is to me, it's just in a lot of recipes, it's like a must-have in a lot of recipes. I like a lot of garlic too. It's a good flavor. For eggs, when I cook eggs, a lot of times I actually just do salt and pepper for eggs. I feel like eggs by themselves have a pretty good flavor. Oh, sleepy witches, how you doing? Not a lot of seasoning going on in your house. The other thing I'll do too is slowly branch out with different recipes too. Look up recipes online, try them out, see if you like them. And a lot of times I do recipes, I will try it and then adjust, basically. And sometimes you have to you gotta watch out for some recipes. I've done some where you will make the recipe and then you'll look at the comments and someone will be like, okay, there's an issue with this recipe. It's lacking in, like, you know, tomato. Like, we made a minestrone soup one time and we found, like, oh yeah, there's there's no tomato in the recipe, basically. And like we made it and it tasted really plain and kind of just like watery. And like the top rated comment was saying like, yeah, there's things in this recipe that are missing. So you have to watch out for stuff like that, basically. Hey Malthus, how's it going? We're a little bit behind, but we're going to play some more Labyrinth with Demon King today. Yeah, I'm just I'm giving a little bit of rundown on food recipe. Not food recipe, but just like getting into cooking, basically. It's just something that, like anything, you will over time just get better at doing it as you keep cooking. Just stuff like, you know, figuring out like how long it takes for the pan to get hot, you know, when to put things in the pan. You burn cereal. How do you burn cereal? Are you microwaving it? It's a new one I've heard of, is microwaved cereal. There are like hot cereals, like you know, like stuff like oatmeal. Oatmeal is considered a cereal technically. It's like oatmeal. I guess stuff like cream of wheat. I don't know if they call it. Do they call it cereal, or is it just considered like a porridge or like a grain? I don't really know what you call that, but I assume it's kind of like a cereal. All right, they're spawning Mr. X as soon as I load in. That's awesome. Controller, yeah. Already downed them. Get out of here. Just stay right down here. I wish I had a compass, to be honest. I think I already rung that bell, I'm pretty sure. But I want to check too. I've rung 2 bells so far. Here. I mean, constant stalker annoying me. Games feel like they have to do it, I guess, because modern trend. Yeah, I feel like it's because Resident Evil 2 Remake did it, basically. Oh, just one shot. Hang on, I want that item. He doesn't spawn in like every room. I don't know. I feel like he's like I said, he adds pressure to the game, but he's not like that huge of a threat either. This is where I was trying to get to. I wish I could see like what talisman is this. So I'm maxed, but I don't know what talisman it is I'm maxed out on. Is it Banished Spirit? Is it the bow one? Is it the heal one? Maybe it's the heal one. Oh, it was the heal one. Nice, I got lucky there. I actually healed. That was like a full heal. This is light wounds. That was like a super wounds. Equip the bow one. This seems interesting. Alright, that's bell number 3. I don't know where bell number 4 is. Spawning up here again. I want to get to the feeding room. What? Door camper? Have to go this way. With a heavy swing just prepped up. Okay. Back in here. Lets you do it multiple times. I don't know if I like that. I just think it's like timed, or there's a sequence you have to do. Alright, this tells you one below where the rabble eat. I think that's the one down there. One to the west where the women sleep, and one to the east where the men are kept. One above where the actors wait. I think I've done the east and west ones. Because there's 2 rooms that look very similar to each other. The one, like the last bell I rung. The last one I did was the... I believe it was the east one. Yeah, rung the one. No, this would be south. It's south and north, unless... I'm gonna assume this is north and that's south. I think that would be the below one. Unless north is this way. Map doesn't give me a direction of like north, south, east, and west. I feel like the actors wait one's like the only one I haven't hit. I remember if I hit that bell. Also make me wonder if you have to do it in like a sequence. Is there a bell in any of these halls? I heard there's a bell in what looked like a prison kind of hallway. Very similar to the one that I hit in kind of like the maze. Notice your stamina resets when you go through doors also. Okay, that's to the Silent Hill 2 gallows. Yeah, I've been in all these rooms. Do I vibe with this more than Lunacy? How do I feel? I think I... Oh, I must hit all the bells. Okay. Boss time? I feel like I like this more than Lunacid, probably. It's hard to say. Lunacid's more like Kingsfield, I feel like. Use my mushroom pouch. I like these. Like the hitbox on his spear is like huge. This heavy swing on the death. Killed the Jeller. Generally, audio mixing seems inconsistent. Yeah, like cutscenes get like really loud. This might shortcut back to the door, the coin slots, I assume. Yeah, and this shortcuts back to the tea house. Yeah, boss music was really loud too. I didn't notice that. Let's get our endless healing. Now for the toothbrush. Now time to drink. Kind of wish this was a resource in some sort of way. Maybe like it costs money to get tea or something like that. Anytime a game gives me like an endless heal supply type of thing, then I feel kind of inclined to just abuse it, basically. Here we go. Thank you for the Deus Ex rats. How you doing? Buy another incense. Here's how good that weapon is. It's also a gun. I feel about the highlight VOD wipe. It feels weird. It's like, I don't know, we spent a lot of work to make sure to like highlight VODs basically, and then they just kind of deleted them all basically. What does it cost? This thing hits like a truck right now. Also got like a regular spear too, which is pretty cool. Yeah, apparently they're going to be vanishing over like the next few weeks now, I think. Cost 6 for another upgrade. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, that's the new spear that I got recently. Or I guess kind of halberd. Because I have an actual like spear here. Alright, so now I have 1, 2, 3. I have 3 coins. I think you need 4. It's not hill 4. I have the warden's key too. I don't know if I ever found the door that goes to. This is the thing here. There's nothing that stating like where or what order to put them in. I'm gonna assume it matters which order you put it in. I just don't have the information about that yet. Oh, I also have the Buddha statue. I wonder if I can go back. Oh wait, I do have 4. Hold on. I'm getting a 4th one. I want to go back to the first tower and see if I can place the Buddha statue back in the closet thing. Maybe that'll make Mr. X stop following me around. Hey Vera, how's it going? This is a game for fans of mazes. If you like dungeon crawling in mazes, this is the game to play. Or we could teach before we get summer off. Nice. That's the nice thing about teaching positions, is that you get summer off, just like school days. I'll use the spear just for fun. Reach on the follow-up attack's a little low. New Game Plus soon. Does this game have New Game Plus? This track is spawning here. Let me put back. Go away. Like I can just kind of back up and do that. It's funny. Get back here. Go. Alright, so I guess if I leave and come back, he just shouldn't spawn now. Yeah, off with your head. Does this game have Battle Pass? Yeah, when are they gonna start putting Battle Passes into single player games? Dev has a plan. Okay, there's a planned feature having New Game Plus. Okay. The hot take is that the game's all about spacing and positioning. That's what it feels like in this game. I like in the combat in this game. It's somewhere between Condemned and like Dark Souls, basically. I feel like it's got kind of the enemy behavior that Condemned enemies kind of do, where they sort of like they try to do like fake out attacks, or like, you know, you hit them and they'll act like they're kind of like staggered, but they're actually feinting like an attack, basically. Like in Condemned, you'll hit them, they'll kind of like stagger back and they look like they're about to fall over, and they're actually like winding up like a swing back at you, like a little counterattack kind of thing. They'll kind of do this in this game, so it kind of makes me think of Condemned. Sort of like enemy behavior, and like the parry kind of timings feel like Condemned a little bit. I don't feel like it's as it's not as tight as Condemned, like frame timings and stuff. But I also feel like Condemned's a little janky compared to this. And then it has like Dark Souls kind of like spacing, I want to say, a bit, where it's like your footing's important and your stamina management's important. I like that you can kind of do different playstyles. Like, this is not a parry game, basically. It has parrying. I find that either you use parrying as your defensive option when you're kind of out of stamina and you need to, like, get some breathing room, or you, have, like, a fast weapon and you kind of focus on, like, counterattack parrying. Like, you can play around, like, parrying if you want, but you can also play pretty offensively. Yeah, I think everyone's tired of parry games. I'm tired of them. One complaint about the sound design is one enemy that's absurdly loud all the time, so it says its noise will haunt your dreams, and it didn't lie. I'm not sure which enemy that is, or if I've encountered them yet. The audio mixing's a little spotty in this game. There's some things that get like really loud, like disproportionately loud. The sound design's very Silent Hill 1 to me also. Like the music sounds very Silent Hill 1 and a little bit of 2 to me. Okay, I suppose it doesn't really matter what order you put them in. An OG Xbox for $60? I feel like that's not a bad price for an old console. A, why are you spawning? Oh, he's like fast here, what the hell? Yeah, I'm not used to you being this fast, what the hell? Get out of here. This is the endless stairway. Yeah, I got I paid $50 for my Dreamcast years ago. Is it designed supposed to be that he's like chasing like behind you and you're like running out here? I might have trivialized that by just like downing him. That or maybe I'm supposed to go back down. Actually not sure what I'm supposed to be doing here. This could be another Silent Hill 2 reference also. It's like when you're entering Toluca prison. You go down like the really long stairway. I've been running for so long that he's still following me. Bastard. Down to the gate. Oh, shit. I don't know if he's supposed to be like this. I'll like glitch him out or something. Yeah, he's like in his down position, but he's like attacking me. I'll parry that. Yeah, I don't think I can parry that. Okay, so something makes me think that, like, you're supposed to, like, kill him there or something? I don't know. I feel like I was running so long that, I was running for so long that I feel like you're supposed to do something else there, basically. I don't know what happens when you die, also. I don't know if you're using, like, an item that consumes or something. Haven't really figured that out either. I kind of feel like you're supposed to do something there. So I was running for a really long time. Maybe use the, Quell the anger. I don't know what this talisman does still too. Banish a spirit from the realm? Maybe that would work. And did I? Yeah, I haven't done this. I kind of feel like, I don't know, I'm gonna be able to do this again. I don't know if this game has multiple endings, but I feel like miss doing this. It might have some sort of bad in like the long run. I feel like the music changed there too. OG Xbox has yeah, it has some exclusives, such as Breakdown, the first-person punching game. I never played that one, but I played the demo on an Xbox demo disc when I was really young. Never heard of Breakdown. Yes, Blinks the cat, that's why I'm... I have the Warden's key still. I don't know if I ever used it or found where that goes. It's a Warden's key. Key carried by the prison warden. Smells like a corpse. Yeah, I don't think I ever found where that goes. Double. I assume it's in the prison. I guess that's the only hint I'll take, is if it's somewhere in the prison. And it's not like a, oh, you need to take this warden key, but you gotta go to, like, I don't know, the bathhouse or something like that. Okay, so it's in the Tower 3 region. And I assume when you use it, it'll probably consume it. Because if it's in my inventory, it makes me think it still has a use. There's Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball. Yeah, you do got that game. That's one. Warden's room. I feel like the Warden's room would be like on the upper floors. I wish I had maps of this place that was not just the basement. Dude, there's all these locked doors too. Oh, interesting. There's a door with a talisman on it. It's like, where am I at? So I'm at this junction here. I think it's that right there to the feeding room. Interesting. Okay. So I think I need to get in there from the feeding room. Is this it? Yeah, here it is. Yeah, of course I'm full of them. feel like I'd open a door like up here or something. I think there's a file that states like the warden, like the warden's place is like upstairs or something. I guess it'd be the jailer. Like the jailer is the warden. What the hell's this room? Does nothing. I believe the other end is where I rung one of the bells also. This room here. Jammed. Oh god, I hate these archers. Is he over there? Yep, I think this is the first bell I rung. Okay, I think there's a note mentioning Solidar's journal. I think the most recent ones are down here. I think there was an NPC that was telling me about his quarters or something. So it's not in a file, unfortunately. All the way at the top is like this room. I don't think there's anything in here though. Yeah, just more hell lore. I thought up here at the top would be like the warden's room or something. Let's just tell you about these guys. And this goes to the Silent Hill 2 Toluca prison. I wonder if it's like it's gonna be a stretch maybe, but maybe they hit it like in this room maybe. So I didn't like walk along the walls of this room. So I kind of feel like I've explored everywhere. Otherwise. What am I hearing? part of the music. Oh. Oh, they did hide something back here. Cool, I did get something from that back here at least. The only other place I can think that the key could be used is somewhere in the basement, in like the maze maybe. There's a lot of just random like locked doors down there. The map doesn't really tell you like what's like unlockable or not. Veil toggle. Beep. Okay. Check down. Don't think it's any of these rooms here. And here's just a void. I do remember renting Unreal Championship 2. That one was kind of interesting. It had like if you'd use a melee weapon in that game, you'd go third person. There's an Xbox OG game I really liked. Yeah, I'm trying to think. You see, like these doors, it says it's locked, and my survival horror game kind of instincts tell me like when it says a door is locked, it means that you can open it at some point, but just not now. And that when it's like, it says it's jammed or broken or whatever, that to me is telling me like, oh, it'll never be opened, ever. That's how my Silent Hill experience is kind of telling me. I think there's another archer in here. This might be like the other side of another area, so I'm hearing like the enemy spawn on the other side of the door. Hey, Faultier. How you doing? Yeah, I think I was hearing an archer. This is where you get the monk helmet at. Pretty sure this is like the other side of a room. Been up there. I didn't see anywhere to use the key there. Okay, there's a... That's another... Wait, no. I've already been in that one. I didn't have space for that talisman. That's why it's still there. Yeah, I'm kind of running out of ideas where to use the key at now. Unless... Is there somewhere in these corridors, maybe? No, this goes back to the bathhouse. So I installed COD Vanguard this morning to play multiplayer. Which one's Vanguard? I don't know if I remember that one. I haven't touched a COD game between Black Ops 1 and the new Modern Warfare 2. I had not touched a single Call of Duty game. So I'm kind of out of touch with that series. Like jump scared by the Half-Life TFC victory sound combined with the skeleton attacking me. I was not looking at my screen. And I like look back and I have a skeleton in my face and also like the loudest redeem that I have going off at the same time. Locked. Oh, look at this centipede up there. I thought that was like environment at first. Oh, that's the other side of that. I see where this is. That's the other side of that blocked caved-in area. You an archer? Yes, you are. I don't know why I would think the warden's key would work in any of these cells. So I'm either missing an area that like I just haven't been to before, or I might be going in circles and just passing by the one spot you're supposed to use the key at. Which is probably the most likely thing, is that it's probably just a specific spot and I keep walking past it. Like if I had a map on like the second and third floors, I'd probably be able to narrow it down easier, but there is no map up there. I haven't been on this corridor in a while. It's just a dead end, it seems, though. Damn. It's the last World War II COD they ever made back in 22. Saw a video, somebody roasting how bad it was, and I was like, I've got 120 hours in this because of Warzone. Vanguard was the one that had some really weird weapon customization things, with on to gun enthusiasts to roast the shit out of it. So where it's like it's World War II, but you got like optics and red dots and like stuff that's not gonna be on actual like World War II guns. But this kind of irked me, like when you have like, I guess like historical weapons basically used in time periods, but it's kind of like, it's like anachronistic basically, where you have like, I don't know, like underbarrel grenade launchers and red dot optics and stuff like that in like the 1940s basically, which are things that like maybe they did exist like a bit later around that time, but in very, very, very rare case scenarios. Like World War One, like Battlefield 1, like almost everyone's running around with like SMGs and like automatic rifles and stuff. It's like there's very few of these used in World War One. Smells like a corpse. They have a trophy system in the 1940s. That's funny. This track here sounds so Silent Hill 1 right here. And a lot of people playing Vanguard. I was actually surprised I was doing pretty decent holding my own. Kind of sucks how it's like, I don't know, it's like there's so many shooters, or just games in general, that like come out, multiplayer games, where it's like, it feels like they just kind of come and go basically, where it's like they release and it's like they're here for, I don't know, they have a player base maybe for like a year and a half, and then it's just kind of like, all right, on to the next game basically. I feel like with like Battlefield and COD, like especially, that happens, because there's always this expectation that it's like, well, the game will just drop, and then they'll just make another one in like a year basically, and then you just move on to that one. You playing TF2 every day? It's like I kind of like grew up with like, you know, like Half-Life. Oh, this is the other side of that door now. I see, I see. I grew up playing like StarCraft and like Half-Life and stuff where it's like those games would just be active for like years after they're out, and because of like mod scenes and custom maps and stuff like that, like they would just, you know, stay supported and developed, and people like the community would you continue supporting the game basically, where even years post launch, you know, you want to keep coming back to it basically because just the base game is fun, and there's a lot of content always being put out for it because of like the, you know, custom made stuff. Damn. Kind of it. I'm at kind of the wall humping point of this now. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm at a loss for where to take this key at. Really, I don't think it's any of these prisons or whatever. Pretty sure there's an NPC that kind of hinted at it, but I don't have the notes for it. Maybe I could talk to them again. It was either her or this guy. So I went a loop. What's it cost now? 8? I have exactly 8. Maxed it out, nice. Oh, you can also upgrade armor. I forgot that's something you can do too. Assume it just reduces how much damage you take. I have enough for an incense, maybe. Yeah. I do want more health. Alright, drinking this gives me health. I'll top off the matcha and then go to the boss. They dropped down there for the HM2 mod, Modern Warfare 2 Remaster multiplayer mod, adds Modern Warfare 3 maps and weapons. Was there something about a, I remember there was a remaster or like a remake, like a multiplayer remake of, I think, the original Modern Warfare 2, and it got like cease and desisted like right before they released it or something. It's always aggravating when like you have like community content where they remake or like remaster a previous game where there is a pretty decent amount of demand for that game to be, you know, remade or re-released in some sort of format for people to be able to go out and play it on like modern systems without like issues and whatnot. And then kind of like right before they release it and do all that hard work of, you know, making it, basically it just gets kind of canceled because the publisher decides, oh no, that's our property, don't do that, basically. It's like, at least, I don't know, if you're gonna cease and desist it, at least give us an option for it. I don't know. A safe patch for the old Modern Warfare games, and Activision had no issue with it until they rebooted Modern Warfare. Yeah, that's not surprising. Alright. There was no interval. So it's kind of annoying how they unequip your weapon. Describing Rockstar. Let's like run down past him, maybe. Like I don't know. Like maybe I'm just supposed to down him a certain number of times. I did run back down the bottom. Is it just actually really tall? Is that what this is? It's either just really tall, or I need to like down him some sort of number of times and then he'll like stop chasing me or something. Some sort of trigger might happen. Like 3 heavy swings are doing. Yeah, keep moving. Stamina back. And charge a heavy swing because you can actually charge stamina while walking. 1. Oh, I just downed him immediately. Okay. You got that one hit. Actually block him, I think. Yeah, figure if that debuff is 100, you die. It's kind of like Curse from Dark Souls. Yeah, past that point, and it sounds like the music sort of like did a little trigger or something. That was just a weird position, I don't know. That's the MGS ladder. This is this is what you call avant-garde directing. Oh, there it is. Wow, it's just really tall. It's just a really, really tall tower. Hell for those who destroy life in any form. The sinners here are full of rage and hatred. They seek each other out and tear each other apart using tooth and nail, pulling out eyes, ripping flesh till bones exposed. Afterward, the wardens of this hell come and use great iron rods to beat the sinners till they are nothing but piles of broken bone and mangled flesh. Thereafter, a chilling wind will blow through the realm while a voice from the sky cries out, "Revive, revive," and the sinners will be restored to their former shape to begin the torture again. I think... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's like how some of the Resident Evil and Silent Hill bosses are designed, where there's actually a timer on the boss fights that you don't see. You don't physically see the timer, but every time you do damage to them, that timer decreases, basically. So you could technically run the tower for like 15 minutes straight, and you would eventually win, basically. But if you want it to actually be fast, you need to be hitting him, basically. Like, I think the Pyramid Head fights in Silent Hill 2 work that way. You can technically run in circles for like 45 minutes in the double Pyramid Head fight at the end of the game. Or you can, you know, shoot him with like the rifle or the great sword or whatever. You can just like greatly reduce the time that the fight takes. So I assume it's probably something like that, if I was to guess. Is this the final Resident Evil stairs? This is tower number 4. I'm actually curious if it's going to be another dungeon or if it's just going to be like straight to like a boss fight. This kind of feels like a boss fight to me. I keep forgetting I can kick in this game too. I don't hardly ever use it. was in a tower mostly paying attention to the walls there. Didn't see anything to indicate it was looping. I did keep seeing the, I kept seeing the same grate that I was running past, which made me think it was like a loop, basically. But I wasn't noticing any seams where, you know, you can kind of tell that you're teleporting, basically. Okay, here, it's a long time since anyone has. First time we're many worlds, let's stand we are, but now, if you ever find their way here, I'm gonna say anyway. I stand before you, what will you do? What little pup? He's a little broing me. So carry that blade, the other half still embedded in your master. Do you hope to cut down with a second time? Wish to submit and offer your body to me. No, you seek violence. See in your eyes. I think you've spoken enough. Let's begin. Ha ha ha. That was a lightning bolt. Sorry, this is unblockable, you bastard. Oh, he's got an AoE attack. He's got multiple AoEs. It's these stupid skull things. This thing hits so hard. Heavy slings is like a quarter of his health. That is a lot of damage. You can get behind the current things with range weapons. Don't know if it's intended. Oh. Hey, we're back in the cave. I was kind of wondering if this cave area would ever return. Okay, this is non-combat. So I don't know if Vera's here. Uh-oh. It's like I found a little leak in the map there. I don't know if Vera's here. I think I heard you mention something about... I was in someone else's stream, but they were asking you about like Open Fortress, I think. Is that something that you work on? I'm actually curious what Open Fortress is. It sounds like a Team Fortress thing. Makes me think of Fortress Forever. I'm a big TFC fan, Team Fortress Classic. No, I can't save. Got like a little fog layer going on now. Nope. FMV. No, that's just the end. You are winner. Congratulations. And give me the big rigs trophy. I wonder if there's any like different endings based on any factors in the game. Thanks for playing. That's it. I was kind of hoping there would be like a fourth tower. So you had like the first, there's like the first tower, I don't remember what it's called. Where it's kind of like just a housing area. Then the second one is the bathhouse. Then you got the jail at the third. And then you have like, I guess the fourth tower is like basically just the run up the tower kind of thing. I was kind of hoping there was like one more dungeon. I feel like it was like in my mind when I was playing the game, I was expecting it's going to be like really short basically. And actually it's like, oh, it's a bit longer than I expected it to be. Because I was expecting there to be like 4 towers basically. So I was at like Tower 2, I was kind of thinking that like, you know, once I finish Tower 2 it'll be like the halfway point of the game. It's more like you are at the 2/3 of the game basically. I feel like the second, I don't know. The bathhouse tower was cool. I think it might have been my least favorite in terms of like the level design. There's a lot of like back and forth through like the same hallway on that one. And then the run up the tower thing was kind of funny. I was actually kind of, I don't know how I feel about the run up the tower thing. It's kind of amazing, I feel like. And I kind of miss in ways like that type of like obtuseness in games where you just kind of get thrown in and you have like no clue like what the hell you're doing basically too. So I don't know, that's kind of funny. I am very curious, like I don't know where that key goes to for the warden thing. I'm gonna assume it's probably just some like weapon, like you just get a weapon or something like that using the key. How I rate the game overall, I'd say it's like a, for me it's probably like a solid 8, I would say. Solid 8 out of 10 game. I think this game, it feels very good. I like the exploration. I think the vibes are really good. I love the atmosphere. I feel like maybe it's a little on the short end. Kind of gives me like Shadow Tower 1 vibes where it kind of ends a little abruptly, I think. But yeah, this game, it feels good to play. I like the exploration, atmosphere, etc. I think it's a little too on the nose, in my opinion, on like the Silent Hill 1 and 2 references in this game. There's a lot of them in there where I think it's fine to be like inspired by like Silent Hill and, you know, games and whatnot, but some of the references are a little too like, oh, this is just literally like kind of lifted from like Silent Hill 2. Especially the one that really stuck out to me is the Toluca prison, that big empty chamber room. It was pretty spooky to me when I first went in there, and then you get like halfway into the room and it's like, oh, this is a gallows, just like in Silent Hill 2 in the Toluca prison, where you're in a big empty chamber room with a gallows in the middle, basically. Like I was kind of spooked by it until I realized, like, wait, this is just a Silent Hill 2 reference. This isn't scary anymore. But other than that, I don't have too huge of criticism. Maybe just little level design things here and there, basically. But I feel like it's a very solid game. On the correct strat for the stairway, yeah, I think that's what you do, basically. Just hit them, do a heavy swing, hit them, and then run up the stairs, basically. If you play Dino Trauma, then it's got Dino Crisis and Jurassic Park references in your face. Yeah, I mean, a game like Dino Trauma, Dino Crisis, I mean, it's it's just wearing it like on its sleeve, basically. To figure out something else to do also. I think Pumpkin's going to be on a collab stream in about an hour, but I might do something to kill some time until then. I need to use the bathroom very badly though, so I'm going to BRB. Okay, sorry about that. I am back now. I need to move over just for a second. Actually, no, I don't even need to do that. So we beat Labyrinth the Demon King. Little bit. I expected to go a little bit longer. Because I was kind of expecting like a 4th dungeon, but we'll pivot. We're gonna replay. I played this demo a little bit ago. I'm gonna play it again because I don't think I streamed it. I'm actually curious how well my computer will stream this game. But I'm gonna play the Total Chaos demo for, I guess, Total Chaos Remake. Total Chaos is a Doom mod, in case you're not familiar with it. It's a survival horror. I actually streamed it at some point, I think it was last year or the year before. Fantastic mod. It's done by like one dev. Does not look like Doom at all. Looks more like a Silent Hill Stalker kind of looking game. The dev is remaking it on UE5. And I played this demo a bit ago. It's pretty short. At least the demo is. The original Doom mod's pretty long. But the demo, get through pretty quick. Has like the whole kind of beginning, let's say like tutorial area specifically, but kind of the first like level, half a level of the game basically. And what I remember of it is that it's shaping up quite well. I feel like it addresses, based on what I remember, some of the issues I have with the Doom mod. Namely in like kind of the interface and inventory management. It was a little bit clunky in the Doom version. I feel like that was greatly improved in here. And I also felt like the combat, I think, was a bit more polished. So, I still have it installed. I'm going to boot it up. Let's see. Again, like I'm curious how well my computer's going to be able to stream this. Alright. Let me change my category. Hey, it's got a category. Look at that. All right. Let's see if we can get it to pick up. It's published by Apogee. I think a lot of people know the developer of this. They know him from Turbo Overkill, I think. I never played that. I've heard it's kind of like Ultra Kill. But actually, I know this dev from Total Chaos. Survivalist, what does that do? It's extremely difficult. Resources more scarce, foes deal double damage. Penalties are higher. Yeah. You know what, let's do survivalist mode because I didn't struggle that much just playing it normally. This is also a mostly, I might need to adjust my audio also. This is mostly a melee kind of like combat, survival horror type of game. So hello, Harmless. It's actually pretty cool because like it's as a remake, it's very, very close to the Doom mod. So it's like he's basically already made the game and he's just kind of like rebuilding it again with some like enhancements around. Remember Apogee software because the Raptor shmup demo had the first PC. Yeah, Apogee goes way back. Like they are, I believe early Apogee is basically, I don't know how they work exactly, but I think 3D Realms, like the original 3D Realms that made like Duke 3D in the 90s, I'm pretty sure they like splintered or were Apogee basically, but just rebranded or something like that. I don't fully know my history with Apogee and 3D Realms, but it's a little loud. Remove tinnitus sounds. Yeah, I don't fully know my Apogee 3D Realms history exactly, but I do know that Apogee and 3D Realms they're very closely tied, basically. now 3D realms that exist, like the current one that's been releasing like their games like Ion Fury and Wrath, Graven, etc. They are 3D realms in name, but I don't believe that many, if any, of the OG people are really involved with it at this point. So it's kind of interesting splinter, but yeah, I think the current Apogee it's out right that publishes right now. I think like one of the original founders, I'm pretty sure, is still there. I'm not 100% sure on that. This little like boat intro was not the original Doom mod. You're just kind of like you boot it up. There's a little bit of text, and then you're just kind of on the beach shore. I believe this game launches next month. Also, I'll definitely be picking this game up when it comes out. It's a big fan of the mod. Chapter 1. Yeah, it's like I'd be very familiar with the Doom mod. It's like kind of surreal seeing this because it's so close to the Doom version, but it's got like, it's got fancier like UE shaders and whatnot. Yeah, it still has the movement system. So you don't sprint in this really. You have kind of like dodges basically, but when you dodge, you also have a short burst of faster movement speed too. So it's kind of like between a sprint and a dodge, basically. It's kind of interesting. In the original mod, there was like a keypad door here too, which I think required you had to beat the game, and it would kind of like, I think it was like a New Game Plus thing, where once you had that keypad from beating the game, you would like get something, or it would like activate like a super hard mode or something like that. Now the game sounds a little quiet. I'll bring it back up. It just had like a kind of audio spike in the intro. Key there. Curious how much harder this ultra mega survival mode is. Yeah, we got the key. Yeah, his inventory. Very snappy. I like when inventories are just boom, just right there, basically. I don't like having to like wait for like an animation to like watch or whatever. I like it just when I hit it, it's there. Trying to see if I can do like the system shock too, of like machine gunning it. Grab some junky stuff here. This game is a lot of its systems kind of revolve around you kind of salvage in this game. You kind of just find stuff and you kind of like make makeshift weapons also. Weapon durability is a pretty prominent component in this. People are kind of mixed about durability. I think it works here because you're pretty much using makeshift weapons for the most part, and you're constantly just picking up stuff like all the time. So I feel like if durability was not a factor, you would just have like you'd have like too much stuff basically. Oh, here we are. Got a pickaxe. It's got, yeah, it's about to break. Salami. So you have like a heavy. They changed they changed the system so you have like kind of crappy light attacks, and then you hold right click and you have kind of 2 meters or 2 like I guess bars in your heavy attack. If you hold up all the way, you do like this really long range forward kind of dash that kind of combines a dash and like a swing at the same time. You do 3 hits until you get tired. Each successive hit dealing more damage. I know it's this way. Something really else. What's stim pack? I think you can. Yeah, like you can hotbar stuff here. I like that. You cannot do that in the mod, I don't think. Or could you? Maybe you could in the mod. I don't remember. Charge attack, halfway delivers stab attack, moderate damage. Charging full, unleash daily swing, hurting multiple enemies at once. Okay. So yeah, if you do like the whole slash, then it's like it's a giga swing. Sometimes there's stuff in these boxes when you break them too. Dodge. Record player. Oh, right. Do, I'm just override that. That's fine. So your records are now your saves. The original mod you could just quick save, basically, but now they have a like limited saving system, which is pretty cool. Scripted the break because I don't want you to have a weapon for this next part coming up. Okay, so now I gotta go get all these switches. 1/5 of the puzzle has been solved. Sequence very similar to the original Doom mod also. From the Doom mod, I don't think you even like had a weapon pickup at this point. No records play. Okay. So we actually have like a consumable save point item. That's cool. Water. You can drink these, and I think they become bottles you can throw if you drink them. This will reduce bleeding. Don't have any bandages. Oh, but there's my bandage, basically, for the time being. Alright, yeah, this is new here. It's like a puzzle right here. I think this is pretty cool. So the original mod didn't really have puzzles, which I think was a element that was kind of missing from it being a survival horror. It's like the lack of puzzles. This feels very Resident Evil puzzle. There's probably something I'm looking for in here. So this one was like on the wall here. Got the like Ultramarines logo. Okay, so it's... I assume it's west. So I think you have to think about it as like... It was on the wall. Be like that there. It's actually running very well, too. I think that's... It's like a steering wheel. It's pointing up, north. It has to be this one, because, yeah, it's like kind of faded out there. That one's up. Oh, there's one right there. Dagger pointing down. Oh, I already had this one down. And then lastly, you could probably technically brute force. Yeah, through process of elimination. No records to play. Okay, that's a one-way trip down, it looks like. Let's go explore up here first. You deal with a little bit of hungriness is a factor in this. It looked like they actually nerfed how fast your hunger drains also. In the mod it was like, it was pretty fast. Especially if you're using like, oh, there's the last key to the puzzle there, but you just brute force it easily once you got the other ones eliminated. Yeah, your hunger goes up like really fast, especially when you're using like healing items and drugs and stuff like that. It like makes your hunger meter like fly up. Interesting having a limited saves on this mode. Don't see that done very often in games. It's pretty cool. here. And go around. There we go.
You've come here to find something. I believe it is something we have both desired for a long time. Your presence in this place means that you are willing to do what I ask of you. If you follow my requests, I will take you to what it is that you desire.
Or like a sound, it sounded like a Doom door sound effect on there. That's pretty cute. The voice, the radio voice of the original mod was very,
This place.
he sounded very, very sketchy in the mod version. I didn't like the mod voice as much.
We've been here before, but it's not how we remembered it. A sickness has infested these walls, but I believe with your help, we can put a stop to it.
A cool environment here
On the
also.
north side of the island, a mine awaits us. We must reach it, descend into its depths, to the deepest point. Only there is where you will find the answers you seek.
What's that beer I owed you? It's me, Gordon Party, from Black Mesa. It's weird opening doors and seeing them just open also instead of being like a loading screen transitions like they are in the original mod. Rotting meat, my favorite. Yeah, some drugs. There. Pretty sure it's like the mod, there's kind of a dangerous enemy around this part here. Underhall's key. That's the name of a Doom 2 level. Yeah. So, when you drink bottled things, you get empty bottles. You can use the bottles to, you can craft things with them, or you can throw them as a weapon. Yeah, I remember in the mod, throwing weapons are actually pretty potent. Yeah, you can throw the bottles. There's an enemy. Ow. Kind of hurts. The more you bleed, the less effective healing items become. Damage flows greatly reducing your health. Gradually reduce over time. So you wanna Yeah. I know how it all works. Alright, 2 bottles. There's a quantity in here. Yeah, I kind of anticipated that happen. Okay, so in the mod, like one bottle would basically kill him. But I'm also playing on this Giga hardcore mode. Well, that's not the save. That's an old save. So I wanted to pass the whole game just only throwing bottles. Probably technically could. There's also rocks in the mod, where if you throw a rock, you can actually just pick it back up. But the rock's damage wasn't as good as like the bottles or bricks. Bricks would break, bottles break. Rocks did not break, but rocks you could just pick them back up. They didn't do as much damage. I'm looking for a key somewhere. He's got to kind of aggressively use the dash a bit more. So I do believe that dashing also will kind of mess with your hunger meter.
They're here, waiting for you. I would not try to dispatch them. You might as well leave them here to fester.
Here's a gonna make shit. There we are. Alright. So you can make weapons. It's basically, it's glue. It's kind of simple. So you have a handle, the head of the weapon, and like the glue you can craft like this. So I can make like a pickaxe, so I can make a hammer. There's different like strengths and weaknesses to different weapons. Like this has a heavy attack, good durability. The hammer, it's low stamina. It only has primary, so there's no heavy attacks. It's good durability. I feel like the pickaxe is better, personally. So you can do heavy attacks. I don't really like melees that don't use heavy attacks except for like the knife. The knife weapon's actually pretty strong. So we'll make that. Pickaxe. But I would use the, if I had like the hammer, I'll probably just use it for like breaking boxes, because breaking stuff will harm your durability. Sometimes they throw shit at you too. Do like a super heavy swing. Oh, it kind of stuns him. They have like a stagger state now. That's new. That was not in the mod. Next level. Chapter 2. Half-Life Decay. We're being raided. Put my medkit up here. Hello, Flaria. Thank you for the raid. How was your stream today? I have no records to play. Tire iron. It's probably... Yeah, this is like a junky weapon. Actually, hotkey weapons too. Oni raid. Oh, there's rock. You can throw the rocks. It's also a crafting item. Interesting. I don't know what you do with the rock exactly. Oh, this has a heavy thing too. Interesting. I thought the pipe was a primary only. Distract enemies or throw off their head to stagger them briefly, allowing you to go for devastating hit. Throwing a flammable item will drench them. If you get near an ignition source, they will then burst into flames. That's also new. I don't remember that being a thing. Let's try throwing a vodka at them. Oh yeah, that's cool. That was not a thing in the original mod. I like that. Does it hurt to like... It seems to be fine. Played Onimusha. I need to try those games. I heard they're kind of like Resident Evil. It's like Resident Evil kind of like fixed camera and tank controls, but it's like a sword combat game. Sounds pretty cool. I heard a footstep. Toss up. Pressing toss up on a toss any weapon you currently have equipped. While weapons do a moderate amount of damage, sharp weapons will impale themselves into your foe, causing them to stagger a few seconds. Pale weapons can only be collected once the foe's met their demise. Alright. That's also new. Oh, it stunned him. Oh, it's in his head. That's cool. For some reason, don't even remember that, like in the last time I played a demo. He's gonna throw. Yep, they throw shit at you. Dodge. They also dodge now. Alright, no problem. Thank you for the raid. Just hotkey this thing over there. In case I need to pull it out, because it's a stronger weapon. Some of the rocks will break in this mode as well. Let's open from this side. The original mod, you don't get maps exactly. You do, but they're more like a journal item, and you have to kind of just... It's interesting, like, you don't have a map just showing you where you are. You have to actually, like, read the map and try to decipher where you are by looking at, like, the kind of room layouts and stuff. Which makes it a little bit difficult to, like, know where you are. Which I respect that decision. Okay, so tape. I think you can, like, repair weapons with tape, too. Like... Oh, whoops. Pickaxe plus tape. It says if broken, repair with pickaxe head tape, solid and handle gold or wooden glue. I'm curious, like, what does that do exactly if I just wrap tape around it? I can't hide back out of it. Huh? Must be a glitch. Maybe vodka and rag, which I don't think I have. I don't have any rags. I think that makes bandages, like vodka and rag. Yeah, what is the difference of a pickaxe and a pickaxe with tape? I assume it's just maybe like higher durability. It's the jump scares.
They will attempt to hinder our progress. They are forgotten, leftovers of a time long
There's
past.
a rag. The
They were
original,
never meant to linger here.
you could craft wherever. I could just
We'll
be
need
here
a
and I could
key
just
to bypass this
craft
door.
stuff on the fly, but it looks like you can't do
Head
that
to the
anymore.
graveyard nearby.
You're right.
There's a
Okay, it looks like the
storage room
rocks you
hidden
can
there.
still pick back up. I think there's a block in this too. Yeah, there's a block. I forgot about that. Or parry or whatever. This zombie graffiti. Just thinking, like, eating food actually heals you a little bit now. There it is, parry, evade. And also block projectiles. That's pretty cool. Twofer. Like, that's like you can kind of like throw your weapons and it'll like auto swap. Like, it just kind of hot swaps you to another one. I think the pipe might have broke when I threw it. I don't see it anywhere, but its durability was pretty low. I'm pretty sure that's probably what happened. Yeah, like when you throw your weapon, it'll just kind of swap to like the next one. You just kind of have in your inventory. This music here reminds me of that one really hard level in I Divine Cybermancy. It's in that kind of like weird dream world. All the pits everywhere. That's pretty tight window. There we go. Yeah, ow. Damage is pretty nasty on this difficulty. Monster meat. I don't want to eat that. The stim packs they give a good bit of healing, but they cause bleeding and hunger, so they kind of suck for that reason. But if you have food and bandages, you can kind of offset them. I wonder what there's like a bar here. Oh, I'm bleeding. There's 2 bar bleed. How many regular bandages do I? There's bars, but then there's like these kind of like, I don't know what you call like dotted bars here. I feel like they're like temporary or something. Let's use because it shows like the bleed bar filling up, but okay. I'll eat food. I wonder if it's like temporary health loss, where it's like if you eat, then it'll like give you that health back. Yeah, that one really, that level in I where it's like, it's an optional level and there's constantly respawning enemies and there's like all these like holes in the ground that you can just like kind of fall into. The music here like reminds me a lot of that level. Do a full screen, you hit 2 enemies, which feels really satisfying. This is a shortcut back. I feel like the tape like makes this weapon just have like better durability. It's reducing pretty slow compared to what I'm used to. One enemy alone's not too hard. Scrap metal. I think you can make a shiv with that. Shivs are pretty good.
This place, it used to be somewhere I could be happy. But now, all that remains is decay. Everyone I cherished, swept away with the waves. Nothing will ever be the same again.
tape. Scrap metal. What if I take this and then also put tape on it? Oh, it just kind of makes the same weapon. Maybe it's just like a straight up repair or something. Okay, rags. Yeah, there's how you make bandages. More bandies. And shiv. Shiv duct tape. There we go. That's how you make the shiv. Oops. Another mod you could get, like, there's like a cooker, and you could like cook food and it would be better, or basically not give you like debuffs on like some bad foods, basically. I don't actually like fighting with this weapon, at least on the mod. Maybe it's good here. Can block with it. I think that's oh, it's a can of tuna. This rifle's one of those like upgrade stems. That wasn't in the mod version. A way out. Heals a bar health, increases badness. I remember this. This is new to the demo. This is not the original mod. As far as I think you have to take the medicine to like get out of this part. I wasn't able to figure out a way of getting out of here otherwise. If you fall in a pit, you just die. You remember that. Basement key properties. It's an important item. See, it's a save station over there.
Those pills in your backpack. I know you don't want to take them, but we may need a fresh perspective to get back on track. You could take them, and for a while, all of this would fade away.
Yeah, so I remember last time I played this, I was like kind of walking around here. I was not able to figure out how to get out of here without taking the pills, so it's either something very, very, very cryptic, or you just have to take them. I kind of feel like you just have to take them. I wouldn't be surprised if there is an alternative. But I feel like they're kind of trying to like make you utilize this like mechanic. It's like madness mechanic basically. It's supposed to just like take them all, basically. It's cool. It's like, it makes like the level kind of like rearrange when you go through like certain environments. That's kind of cool how like seamless it feels.
What is happening?
Thief. And Constantine's Manor. Just dead end this way.
Whatever happens, keep moving. Don't let this rot consume you.
Yeah, that whole mechanic is not also in the mod. That's a new thing in this. A madness mechanic. You find a new save zone for the first time, interact will restore your sanity over time. Alright. Hungriness is kind of bad. Alice Madness returns.
This is where it started. How it all began. I see it clearly now. She was suffocating. She couldn't escape.
Energy drink. I think the demo ends once you jump down there, if I recall correctly. The original mod you could go over there. They didn't block that out. If there's anything really else around here. I think when you jump down here, they kind of put you on like a timer or something like that before it just kind of ends. It's a big energy boost. If you some foods like you drink them and you get like a stamina increase, faster attacks too. That's pretty cool. Let's go with that weapon. Let's go ahead and drink this. This is like the spider room. The original mod I've actually cleared this room out in the original mod, but it's kind of hard. Damage is so lethal in this, holy crap. pretty much like forced to like you're either on like a timer. I know like either you just die down here, or like if you do survive longer, you kind of just like it just kind of times out and just ends the demo there. So I feel like they kind of just like box you in there. That's cool. I like that he's remaking this game because it's like the original Doom mod's actually really good. It's like a little rough around the edges in spots, but like I feel like it's a very fantastic, especially for being like a Doom mod. So I like that he's like revisiting it after like being successful with Turbo Overkill, because he basically made a whole game, and so you have like the whole entire like foundation basically of like a legit like survival horror game just like right there. So I think it's cool that he's revisiting it and kind of polishing it, moving it to a new engine, like kind of fixing some of the issues with it, whatnot, redesigning the levels. Combat system's a lot more refined in this, more complex. I think the level design feels a little tighter. Enemies have more behaviors and stuff like that. Just like a lot of like cool like little polished things basically, which I like. Yeah, definitely the playing it on, what was that mode called? Yeah, survivalist mode. Extremely difficult. You're locked into it once you activate it too. Definitely, yeah. Like I liked playing on survivalist because it's like damage definitely feels a lot more harsh. Resources felt definitely more scarce. Like I remember playing it like on normal mode, and it's like, at least in the mod, and it's like, man, you end up having so many items basically that's like you don't know what to do with them basically. I don't know if when I do play the game, I don't know if I'll play on survivalist mode on the first playthrough, just for like I don't know, the fact that like I'm playing basically the new game kind of blind-ish, not fully because I have played the mod, but I don't know what all changes there are going to be in it. So, and I don't know if there would be like difficulty options too, because there's just a survivalist mode, but I don't know if you'll have like a normal, medium, harder type of thing. If there is, I'd probably pick like a hard mode, but maybe not go into survivalist mode. Not 100% sure. But for first playthrough, I'd probably play it on like an intended difficulty. But I do like the feeling of like the resources being like way more scarce too. And that's what I was kind of getting out of playing this demo on that mode, where it's like I don't feel like I'm just being like showered in like health and like food constantly. It feels like it's actually kind of hard to find. That's one of the things too in like survival horror games is like once you start getting too showered in resources, I feel like it starts to become like uninteresting basically, because then it feels like there's not really a lot of consequence to like, oh, I burned a bit more ammo than I wanted to, or I used a bit more healing items than I wanted to, but you get so many of them that like it doesn't really feel like I'm having to like engage with the mechanics of the game too much, or like worry about taking damage, because I just know I can just heal it back up basically and not really have a consequence to it basically. So I don't know what I'll do when I play the full game, but I do like that it is a mode. And the limited saving's cool too. All right, let's see what's going on. I think that, oh, they are live. All right, yeah, Mame and Pumpkin, I believe, are collabing today, so we will be rating them today. Thank you all for coming. We have finished yet another video game and a demo too. That's cool. Thank you for all coming. We will see you next time. Probably next week, Thursday, around the usual time. Not sure 100% what I'm going to play next week, but I'll have a week to figure that out. So, cool. Let's raid Mame. Good night, everyone, and we'll see you all next time.